Good evening. Hope I find you well. John Augustine here. We start off with our hymns. Mind you, it was frosty this morning, but I'll do that when we talk. Um, Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come, thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts, so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle, and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps, and when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore, oh, make us love thee more and more. And that's lovely. Now, we start off with a little one for our Blessed Mother. Hail, Queen of Heaven, the ocean star, guide of the wanderer here below. Thrown on life's surge, we claim thy care. Save us from peril and from woe. Mother of Christ, Star of the sea, pray for the wanderer, pray for me. O gentle, chaste, and spotless maid, we sinners make our prayers to thee. Remind thy Son that he has paid the price of our iniquity. Virgin most pure, Star of the sea, pray for the sinner, pray for me. Isn't that lovely? Now, let's talk. A chilly day today here in Oldcastle. Frost. The car was covered with it, and it was slippy enough when you were going out to do the chores that I have to do. Open the big gate and the rest of it, and fairly slippy as it were going about. And then the sun house opened everything there, and curtains and so on and so forth, and tidy up everything and all the rest of it. And so I put the car on to thaw it out, and then I did some exercises that I do, physiotherapy type of stuff, and then that lasted about 10 minutes, and then I had my breakfast, which is porridge, and so then when I was finished all that, um, I did dress myself from one thing and another, and then did my videos. I do too, the Catholic prayers and the Acts of the Apostles, and then I do something about the Divine Image, Sister Maria Faustina. I read a book there, and it's written by Jesuits, and I have to sort of they describe things in their particular way that causes confusion to my way of thinking. So I keep it simple. I skip some of what they yap about, and then when I was finished that, I had to go into Kells for business again. And I usually park in the church grounds, the Catholic church grounds. But it was a funeral, but I was able to get parking, and big crowd at the funeral. Car park is a big car park, fairly full. And the coffin had just arrived, and there was people waiting and then going in after us as we went into the church. So I think this was about 11. So I had to go up to town to go to the bank and one thing or another. And when did my business, and then I went to Super Value, and I got something that I was looking for, apple berry, which I like. It's my waddy, and I couldn't get it. I mentioned it in the Super Value in Kells, and goodness, there was two bottles there. They were like standing on their own. But I took the two of them because they're scarce and but could anymore. I didn't get a stack of them because there's nothing worse than being running out of them and having to get something else that's not quite. That's a very tasty thing. So and then I had a bit of pizza, and for my lunch, and having digested that, I had to go to Virginia to collect the trousers. There was getting a new zip in it because the zip was you couldn't put it up or down, and it was done €10, and the traffic was fairly heavy, so I got that, and then last night I had kind of somebody rapping at the door, and it was dark, and cold. You don't like going out in the door because it was -1, I think. So it's your time to call an election. This government, I don't know what they're up to, and so I didn't answer the door. And then there's a letter, some I put in, I think it was Sinn Féin that had called, the local fella called Gurk. And so there you are, and they're calling sometimes at night time, and that's not, you don't open the door at night time. You don't know who it might be. Anyways, you don't want to open because you get a cold for all you know. I mean, it was -1 or -2. There was very frost there this morning, and but their main road was okay, but you could get an odd slippy spot. So it took me time. So there you are, and you want to see all the posters around the place with this, that, and the other, all sorts. So we'll see Peadar Tóibín into pro-life, pro-family. That's the one I'll be voting for. And anyone that's pro-life and pro-family, I hope they state it and not just sort of seem to have other factors. Some of the main other parties don't be pro-life and pro-family to have support abortion and the rest of it, and they produced a hate speech on the God law there. So and funny enough, on the leaders' questions, they got it very light. They should have been grilled more strongly by even the interviewer. Take control and ask hard questions. They get a software. They get hard questions if when the Christian TV gets going with donations, and I hope you'll see your ways to it. €10 a month is not too much, is it? Maybe 15 you can wangle it, and it helps us to get maybe a good size one if there's ones that I'd like to see some independent voice in the TV world, because we will be standing up for what we consider to be truthful and right, which is very straightforward. The Catholic faith, the way, the truth, and the life. It's as simple as that. And we'll interview people as well that's pro-life and pro-family. Yeah, and we'll query the others as well, any chance we get. So there you are, and we'll do evening prayer to our Blessed Mother after this and a few other little ones. Bye now.